Chapter 11.1. In this chapter, we're going to cover the formulas for areas of parallelograms and the area of triangles. If you recall from previous chapters, you learned that the area of a rectangle is the length times the width. Here we're going to say base times height. The base would be one of its sides, and the height would be perpendicular to that side. If we have a rectangle or a square, one of the sides could be the base and the other side would be the height. In the first problem, we're asked to find the perimeter and area of parallelogram RSTU. To find the perimeter, we do 2 times each of the sides. So it would be 2 times 20, because this is also length 20. This whole length here would be 32, because we know opposite sides of a parallelogram are congruent, plus 2 times 32. And that would give you 104 inches. To find the height, we have a triangle here that has a base right here is 12, the hypotenuse is 20, and we want to find the height here. We could use the Pythagorean theorem, but if you notice, this is 5 times 4. This is 3 times 4. So this side would have to be 4 times 4. So the height is 16. Now again, you could have used the Pythagorean theorem and done x squared plus 12 squared equals 20 squared to find the height. So to find the area, we know that it's base times height. Our base is 32. Our height is 16. So the area is 512 inches squared. The next problem is also missing the height. But if you notice, we have a 45-45-90 triangle where one of the legs is the height. So we have the height that we're missing here. We have that this is 45. So this is A rad 2, and both of these sides are A. So this side here is 9 since opposite sides are congruent. So A rad 2 equals 9. A equals 9 divided by rad 2. We need to rationalize. So that equals 9 rad 2 over 2, or 4.5 rad 2. So area equals base times height. The base is 12. The height is 9 rad 2 over 2. The exact area is 54 rad 2 units squared, which is approximately 76.4 units squared. Again, I'm going to want both of these answers. Next problem is similar. Again, we have that opposite sides are congruent. So 12 equals A rad 2. So A equals 12 divided by rad 2. Rationalize. So we have 12 rad 2 over 2, which is 6 rad 2. So area equals base times height. The base is 16. The height is 6 rad 2. The exact answer would be 96 rad 2 centimeters squared, which is approximately 135.8 centimeters squared. The next one says if two figures are congruent, then they have the same area, which we've already discussed. The area of a triangle, a lot of you have had that already. Area equals 1/2 base times height. You could also write that as base times height divided by 2. The altitude is always the height. Notice that sometimes the altitude can lie outside of the triangle. So this right here could be the altitude of that triangle. First problem gives you the the scenario that you need to buy enough boards to make the frame of the triangular sandbox shown and enough sand to fill it. If one board is 3 feet long and one bag of sand fills 9 square feet of the sandbox, how many boards do you need to buy and how much sand? So if I look at the perimeter is 16 plus 7.5 plus 12, which gives us 35.5 feet. Each board is 3 feet long. So if I divide that by 3, basically I want to divide 36 by 3 because I need to buy an even number of boards, and 36 divided by 3 is 12 boards. The area is 1/2 base times height. The height I'm going to use here is 9. The base that I'll use here is 12. So area equals 1/2 times 12 times 9, which is 54 feet squared. Now one bag of sand fills 9 square feet. So how many bags would I have to buy? I would have to divide 54 by 9. So the bags would be 54 divided by 9, which gives the fact that I have to buy 6 bags. The next problem tells us that the height of a triangle is 7 inches more than its base. So if I let the base be the letter B, then the height would be B plus 7. And I know that the area itself is 60 square inches. So area equals 1/2 base times height. So 60 equals 1/2 B times B plus 7. Multiply both sides by 2. I have 120 equals B times B plus 7. 120 equals B squared plus 7B. 0 equals B squared plus 7B minus 120. So I need to find the factors of negative 120 that add up to be 7. The first thing that comes to mind is 12 times 10, but those are not 7 apart. Taking the 2 out of the 12, I would have 6 times 20, which again is not 7 apart. Trying something different up here, let's try 8 times 15, and that's 7 apart. So it'd be 15 and negative 8. So 0 equals B plus 15 times B minus 8. B plus 15 has to equal 0, or B minus 8 has to equal 0. So B equals negative 15, or B equals 8. The only thing we can have is a positive, so this one's ruled out. So the answer to this is that the base is 8 inches, and the height is 7 more than the base, which is 15 inches. And that concludes our lesson for 11.1.